So what's up everyone? My name is Melvin Cabasag and welcome back to my channel again. And so we are now on the third episode of our Filipinos Ask series, and I'm so excited to be able to share with you our very special guest this morning. Today we have Miss Adibah Ishak from Malaysia. Hi Adibah.
Hi, hello
Yeah, so how are
everyone.
you?
I'm fine today. I'm very nervous, but at the same time, I'm excited to see Melvin here.
Yeah, me too. I'm so excited.
Yeah,
First of all, of course, I would like to thank you because you said yes to my invitation. So it's
you're
such an
welcome.
it's such an honor for me to have you here.
It's a pleasure for me as well to have you to interview me about Malaysia.
Yeah. So I've been doing this series in my YouTube channel. In my episode one, I've interviewed a teacher, an English teacher from Indonesia. And
Mhm.
then in episode two, I interviewed my friend, which whom I meet using a social media app called Good Night. So I interviewed him and everything about Hong Kong. So that's in episode two, and I'm gonna put the link in my description box below, or I can also put it somewhere up here above. So yeah, so right now I'm gonna be interviewing Adibah from Malaysia, and yeah, so these are the questions that you have sent to me, and so let's do this. For the first question, of course, I always ask this as the first question because
Mhm.
as a Filipino, I'm always curious what foreign people think about my country and about the Filipino people as a whole. So, what comes to your mind first when you hear about the Philippines?
First thing that crossed my mind is pengako sayo.
Oh,
Pengako sayo,
is it the song or
kapalala ko.
very
Ini
good?
akhir warna pag-ibig, may
Wow,
natahayo, hay lama. Something like that. I don't.
wow,
I'm
you have a
sorry if my
very beautiful voice.
if I'm sorry if my pronunciation is wrong, but this is the definitely the drama that I grew up with in
Mm.
Malaysia, because I still remember when I was a kid, I stayed in flat like condominium.
Mm.
So at the show will start at around 4 p.m. So I can actually hear on my floor all my neighbors are watching this because
Wow.
yeah. So I grew up watching Philippines. Like this is not the only one. Marima,
Oh,
uh,
yeah.
and Stairway to Heaven, the adaptation from the Korean drama.
Mm, mm-mm.
So I know some few celebrities like Jericho Rosales, Ding
Yeah.
Dantes, Mary Rivera. So yeah, drama. First thing that
Ah.
crossed my mind about Philippines.
Yeah, it's really the Philippine drama. Wow, it's actually it's interesting to know that Malaysian television is also airing Philippine dramas.
Yes, we still have it. But since I have so many commitment now, I don't get to watch drama like I used to. But there
Yeah.
is still Philippines drama that we have around 3 p.m.
Mm.
In Malaysia.
Oh, that's
So I
great.
know few word like Bahit, Sige, Yes, Selamat,
Like
and you
this
have. Yeah, so either the words I learned the basic word from the drama.
wow, so you were able to pick up some words. For those who do not know yet, guys, she is a teacher in Indonesia and she's teaching in an international school. No, in Malaysia. You are teaching in an international school, right? Yeah, so you
Yes.
mentioned that you have Filipino students before. So what can you say about them?
They're very respectful. They're very kind.
Mm.
So I have an ex-student named Althea Tobias.
Mm.
So she very, how to say, the first time I met her, she know nothing about Malay, but
Oh.
her resilient, she really put effort to learn Malay. She got an A star. A star is the highest score for
Wow.
IGCSE exam. And for her oral speaking test, she wrote about Philippines. So from
Mm.
there, I know a lot. not to say a lot. I learn about Philippine from her, and she does share a recipe about adobo with me. So
Oh, yeah.
I know adobo from her.
Wow.
Mm,
Wow, it's great that Althea was able to share with you about
yeah.
a little bit of the Filipino culture. Yeah. So for the third question, I know that every country in the world is suffering from COVID-19 right now, but I'm also kind of curious to know how is Malaysia fighting the COVID-19 pandemic.
Um, it's very sad at the moment in Malaysia because currently we have the latest one yesterday was we have 9,000 cases per day.
Mm.
And the highest cases in Selangor. Selangor is one of the state in Malaysia, and a lot of people losing their job. And the highest suicide rate in Selangor, since this is the highest state with the highest cases, a lot of suicide cases in Selangor. So and the community and the rakyat is the people in Malaysia. We having this campaign Bendera Putih. Bendera Putih means white flag, where if you in need, you cannot afford to buy any food for your family. You just
Oh.
fly. So you just fly a white flag outside your house. So it's like an indication for your neighbors or any NGO that can come to reach out to you to help.
Yeah,
So
I've been seeing posts in Instagram about that white
mm,
flag. Yeah, because I
yeah,
also have another friend from Malaysia. His name is Naxrain, and yeah, I've seen him posting those stuff. Yeah.
yeah.
Wow.
So we trying to send the message that you don't have to be ashamed that if you cannot afford to provide food for your family, either than you being stressed, ashamed, you feel
Yeah.
like suicide. So why not reach out to the people, even though how I say we can't give much, but bit by bit, eventually it will help them to go through days.
Yes. Yeah. It's true.
Mm.
There's nothing to be ashamed of because everybody is struggling because of the COVID-19 pandemic. And yeah, and we are also very grateful because there are also a lot of people who are willing to help. Yeah.
There is not enough bed in
In the
hospital, no more
hospitals.
space.
Oh.
We cannot afford to fall sick because once you fall sick, there is not enough bed. They're just gonna ask you to sit at the chair waiting for your turn. And some of my friends are doctors, and they said to me that some of the patients die waiting for their turn to get treated.
How about the vaccination
Vaccination.
in Malaysia?
Currently, I'm still waiting for my turn. There's this two group in Malaysia. I'm not to say the anti-vaccine, but then they afraid to take vaccine because of the social media keeps saying about the effect.
Yeah.
So there currently we have two group. The one who wants to take it and the one who afraid to take it. So these people, they go and register, but they never show up for the appointment.
Oh.
It's like
It's
it's like 10k people did not show up for the vaccine. I was like, okay, so we currently trying to educate our people the awareness about the vaccine.
yeah, many things have been affected by the pandemic, right? It's the economy, the jobs of the people, and especially the education system, especially that you and I are both teachers. So I'm kind of curious, how do you
Yeah.
conduct your classes in Malaysia? Do you have like face-to-face classes or is it online?
Currently we're having the third lockdown in Malaysia, so
Oh.
everything going back online, and I have 1 hour class. Each class is 1 hour, and between we have 15 minutes break and 1 hour lunch break.
So it's all
S-
online.
yes, all online. Since our third lockdown started on 1st June and until now.
In my country, in most of the places, especially in the provinces, because we have provinces here, um,
Mhm.
the problem that we always encounter is the internet connection because not all areas can be reachable by internet. internet is not very accessible in most of the far-flung areas in the provinces. So we do this, we write modules, we make modules and send it to our students. And then, we don't usually use Zoom or Google Meet. We just send them modules and then they have to submit it by the end of the semester. That's what.
So how do
Yeah.
they submit their work to you?
There are drop boxes like in every municipalities or cities, because there are drop boxes from our school, and then the students have the options to either drop their outputs there, their projects, work, or they can also send it via Google Classroom or via email, Facebook Messenger. That's it.
I think because I'm in private school, private school, you know, everyone can afford.
Yeah.
Each one of my students have their own laptop, even though they have 5 siblings. All the 5 siblings have their own laptops. So maybe this is. I have friends that working in government school, so these are the struggles, the challenges that they have to face as well. I've seen them prepare the one that you just mentioned just now, module. They put in plastic bag, and parents sending it back to school.
So for the next question, if you have this is from my co-teacher. If you have a Filipino or a foreign guest in your house in Malaysia, where would you bring him or her first? You know, after maybe you can imagine this as having a guest after the pandemic.
Yeah.
Where would you bring him or her first?
Oh, okay. So since I'm staying in Perak, Ipoh, definitely I will bring you guys to Plan B. So Plan B is like an old town in Ipoh that have a lot of hipster cafe. So it's a very Instagrammable spot for you to take OOTD photos. And so it's very popular spot among the tourists who came to Ipoh. And the second place that I will bring you guys is to Tasik Cermin. Tasik Cermin means Mirror Lake. So I love nature. So this spot is like it's surrounding by the beautiful mountains and limestone cave. So
wow.
Yeah, you can Google it, Tasik Cermin. A lot of tourists went there. You can feel the vibe, the calm, the nature vibe as when you go there.
Wow, that's interesting. What Malaysian food do you want Filipinos to try or foreigners to try?
In Malaysia, I would definitely ask you guys. The first thing is nasi lemak. Nasi lemak is a rice. It has sambal. Sambal is the spicy gravy that complement the nasi lemak. And roti canai. Roti canai is a bread. Rendang. I think one of your friends, your Indonesian friend mentioned this.
Yeah.
He's so scared that to say this online because he said the Malaysian will get angry. No, I was like, when I watched the video, I said, no. How you say, we have a lot of similarities with Indonesia, but that is okay. For me, I don't know about other Malaysian. Forgive the other Malaysian. I'm not gonna fight with where this dish come from. But yeah, rendang is definitely something that you should try. But we don't really cook rendang every day. It's for Hari Raya, Aidilfitri Eid, that we celebrate Eid once a year. So we make rendang.
Wow. This one, this is the most interesting question for me. So tell me you're a Malaysian without telling me that you're a Malaysian.
Okay, babi is an insult. Okay, so so if you come to Malaysia, don't use the word babi because babi is an insult. And if someone said it to you, tell me, I'm going to slap that person's face.
Oh. So I should take note on that.
Yeah, other than that, when Malaysians say on the way, they don't really mean it. They're probably still sleeping on their bed.
It's the same for Filipinos.
Sorry.
Yeah,
but
because
not me.
We have this so-called Filipino time.
Uh-huh.
Wherein, like for example, we have a meeting at 9 a.m., but in Filipino time, it means 10 a.m. or 9:30 a.m.
Oh, so it's just a
It's
culture.
like Filipinos are always late.
Oh, I guess the Asian country that most punctual people would be Japan.
Yeah, Japan, Korea.
Japan,
They have to
Korea.
be there like minutes before the time. We're on the three questions now. What is your most favorite Malaysian word and why? I'm so curious.
Malaysian word. Okay, so currently, this is the not to say the latest issue, but this is something that just trending now. The word koyak. So this is the word that is trending worldwide. When Malaysian use the hashtag Israel koyak. So koyak means stone. In this context, it means define a person who getting hurt up being called something. So yeah, we in Malaysia we currently united to to support our Muslim brothers and sisters in Palestine. So the whole Malaysian use the hashtag Israel Koyak. So I'm proud the word Koyak because the whole world using it.
Yeah, and it's also like a symbol or a word that symbolizes unity because you are united. Yeah, in using it
Yes.
to support your brothers. What's the spelling of that word again?
Koyak.
Ah, wow. What is that one thing that you are most proud of as a Malaysian?
As a Malaysian, I'm very proud of our bangsa. Bangsa means races. So we have three main races in Malaysia: Indian, Chinese, and Malay. And we have a lot in Sabah and Sarawak. And also we have Punjabi. So I come from Malay school previously when I'm in primary school, but then my mom transferred me to convent school. So in this convent school, I mix around with these three main races. So at first I was feeling very scared, from all Malay students to three main races in one school. So I think that was really amazing as an amazing experience for me because I don't feel like they are my friends. I feel like they are my family.
Wow.
But it's very sad how the politicians try to divide us by using religion, races. But the thing is, the rakyat, the people, are actually very we really understand each other in my school.
Yeah, wow. So what is your
Okay.
biggest takeaway or lesson from the pandemic?
I truly learned that nothing lasts forever in this world, no matter how rich you are, no matter how stable you are, no matter how healthy you are. Nothing lasts forever in this pandemic. No certainty in this current world because nothing really matters. So I learned to appreciate and enjoy the moment that I have in my life. I think by now I realized that I should just go for the things that I want to do.
Yeah.
The things that makes me happy rather than previously I will always think that what people might talk about me, what they might think about me. Well, that's the old me because as what happened now is now or never.
Yeah.
So and having the privilege to have enough money is it's a privilege, and also able to spend time with my family is actually a blessing.
Yeah. Wow.
Oh, Adam.
So nothing lasts forever. It's Adam.
Nothing lasts forever. Yeah, true.
Yeah, and do what you love, as your background says. So thank you so much, Adibah. I really enjoyed our interview and I really learned a lot from you about Malaysia. So I hope that our viewers too have enjoyed our conversation. And yeah, So thank you so much, guys. We say bye-bye now.
Welcome. Bye.
So don't forget to subscribe to my channel. You can also subscribe to her channel because she also has a YouTube channel. It's Adibah Ishak, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
correct.
So you can invite our viewers to subscribe to your
Yeah.
channel.
Oh, thank you so much, viewer. Bye.
Yeah. So I'm gonna be putting
Stay safe.
the link in the description box of her channel and my channel. So subscribe and show your support, guys. We love you.
We love you too.
Bye bye.
Bye.